we kick off this edition of British Wrestling Weekly with a tag team showdown that has months and months of enigmatic, mysterious twists and turns. Because the dark ascension of Joseph Connors may just continue, but this time he's not alone as he teams with Dan James to take on Robbie X and Liam Slater. Discussed it previously on this show, but when Joseph Connors came to NGW, he requested that as a condition of him appearing, he would be given adequate, as it's referred to in his contract, promo time, and that he wanted to deliver video messages so that he could connect with an audience before he competed. For months and months on this program, we saw very cryptic, very bizarre, and to be honest, quite mysterious video messages. Nobody really knew what they meant, but as we saw just moments ago, those video messages have taken a twist, and a dark twist at that, because now, in highlight form, it's become clear that those cryptic messages had a very clear meaning to at least one person on the NGW roster, and that's the person who stands on, over the shoulder of Joseph Connors. It's a dark, twisted form of propaganda that Joseph Connors has become a psychological master manipulator of delivering. And it's definitely a situation that, in my opinion, could make him one of the single most dangerous men in British wrestling today. What does Joseph Connors want? And what is going through the dark, twisted and manipulative head of that man? Well, that's yet to be seen. But right now, those two men, Robbie X and Liam Slater, have both got a very deep-seated reason for wanting this match, because Joe Connors holds two singles victories against Lincoln standout Robbie X. And then, of course, the cherry on top of the proverbial enigmatic cake that is this opening match is the fact that Liam Slater's training partner, Liam Slater's best friend, Dan James, not only turned on Slater, but then sided with Joseph Connors. It's a story that really needs no more explanation, because we've covered it a lot on this program, and now it finally gets into the ring. And I'm very interested to see what happens when Dan James and Liam Slater get in there, because if there's one thing we've learned about Liam Slater, it's that he is as nice as he is talented. This guy is... and Slater's saying to Dan, speak to me, and Dan James will not even make eye contact with Liam Slater. Is he ashamed, or is this part of the manipulation and the strategy of Joseph Connors? Because this guy is somebody that must be taken seriously now. His ability, in this crowd here, jam-packed crowd at the whole City Hall. And well, that was interesting. Dan James refused to get in the ring with Liam Slater to the point where Robbie X got the tag. And this crowd keen to see Joe Connors and... What? Well, Dan James... Now Dan James will get in there. It's almost as if they're trying to treat Liam Slater like he doesn't exist. And you can see the frustration on Slater there. But it now appears there will be Dan James and Robbie X starting this one off, and Robbie X looks like he's going to make the tag to Slater. And that was a bad mistake. Don't turn your back on Dan James. We have to take this short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alex Shane joining you back here at ringside for our opening match here on this episode of British Wrestling Weekly, as it's Joe Connors and Dan James taking on Liam Slater and the man who just kicked out there, Robbie X. And Robbie X gave a tremendous bit of offense during the commercial break. You see here on our replay, head nib into the corner. Connors followed in, big uppercut, and look at this second rope on the inside moonsault. Wasn't enough to get a pin, but the distraction of Dan James, and then the forearm to the back of the neck and the vertebrae there, Robbie X, was enough to turn the tables, and the onslaught was continued during the commercial break here. And this crowd badly wants to see Robbie X, 19-year-old Lincoln sensation that he is, make the tag. to Liam Slater, who has been kept on the outside for the whole match. It's almost as if, I mentioned it before the commercial break, that Dan James and Joe Connors want to make Slater feel like he doesn't exist, not only in this match, but almost in the life of Dan James and in NGW as a whole. And look at this. Yeah, you can see the frustration on Slater, and Slater's a nice guy, but that veneer is beginning to crack. Is that the intention of Robbie X, who goes for a tag? Oh, he was just literally a couple of inches away from making the tag that Liam Slater so badly wants and Robbie X so badly needs, as Dan James gets back in there. And don't forget, our big main event is just around the corner as NGW's 4-man knockout tournament to find a new #1 contender to Nathan Cruz's undisputed NGW heavyweight title kicks off this week as the Control's Rampage Brown takes on one half of the NGW Tag Team Champions. The heavyweight House of Pain sticks for the first time ever on this show. It's going to be a massive heavyweight showdown, and it's coming up before the end of the program. 2 count there by Dan James. And talking of that knockout tournament, in just 2 weeks' time, the man who WWE.com just called the best wrestler not signed to a contract, Zack Sabre Jr. will be on this program against Liverpool's Zach Gibson. It's a huge showdown in 2 weeks' time. And talking of huge, don't forget that Mark Andrews, the winner of TNA British Boot Camp 2, will be on this program in 2 weeks' time also, in the finals of the Gen X League against Bubblegum and the Wild Boar Mike Hitchman. Plus, next week we have a huge, epic main event. More on that later as Robbie X fights back here. Finally, on Dan James, goes for a kick. James catches, spins round. Second kick, missing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Vintage Robbie X, and that's why this guy's so good. And can he make the tag? Oh, Connors just in there, managed to get the tag first. And Connors again, back in Liam Slater. And Slater so frustrated, and Robbie X makes the tag. Liam Slater's in. Forearm. Second forearm. House of Fire by the young Liam Slater. Massive shoulder tackle there. And this guy is lighting up the righteous Joseph Connors. Listen to this crowd. Charging in the corner. And he's calling for a second. Listen to this crowd as he goes through. Oh, whoa. What? Dan James there. Man. Dan James face to face with Liam Slater. What's... And James just walks off. Oh, watch out for Connors. Oh, Connors is rolling up Slater. 2 and 4. So close there. And, Slater comes back. Full Nelson into a flapjack. And Slater's still trying to get the attention of Dan James, who just won't even look at Slater. But Slater's going for that splash from the top rope. If he hits this, Joseph Connors is... Oh, watch out for Dan James. Watch out for... Oh, no. Oh, no. Slater knocked into next week there. And Dan James, if we had any doubt about the intentions, evil as they are, of Dan James, they were made clear there, as you see in our replay. Look at that. Liam Slater hitting that guardrail, which is made of steel, directly in the face. And that will be the difference maker in this contest. But the problem is that Robbie X has fought this entire match almost on his own, because Joseph Connors, Lilith and Dan James have decided to keep Slater out of the contest. And now the man that was the House of Fire and the potential saviour is in a world of hurt as the count's on here. Will he make it back? And Lilith, sinister figure that she is, stands on. Slater may get counted out here. Whoa. And Slater back in, and the match continues. And look at Connors. Using that manipulation, pointing to Dan James. God knows what he's saying in the ear of Slater, but you can guarantee that it's something dark and twisted. As Slater kicks off there and makes the tag to Robbie X. X back in, ducks it off, big forearm, takes out Dan James. And look at Robbie X. Look at this 19-year-old spirited fight in the fire of his life. Oh, X Express. Oh, God. God, Robbie X is so good, but Joe Connors is so proficient. He had that scouted. Robbie X was about to turn the X Express into a double team move, taking out Dan James, but it was just enough. Oh, he's going for that DDT, no way. If he hits this, it's got to be on, and he's hit. Nobody's kicked out of that so far, and this one is over. Oh, Joe Connors there, lifting up Robbie X. This doesn't look good, and Liam Slater, who's back in the ring, but he is literally knocked for 6, and Lilith is saying something in the ear. This is frankly quite disturbing, because Liam Slater may seriously have a concussion, and is in that corner, has Lilith in the ear, as Joe Connors going for that, surely not that. Look at this, she's like a snake in the Garden of Eden, wrapped around Slater, who gets hit with that second DDT, and Slater needs to do something to break, can he? Oh, he just about, Liam Slater breaks up that cover, and Slater is out on his feet, and look at that, straight to the face of this young standout from the NGW Training Academy, and this has become very, very uncomfortable to watch right now, because Robbie X has taken not 1, but 2 DDTs from Joseph Connors, and it looks like it's still not over. And look at Dan James and Lilith holding Liam Slater and forcing him to watch, and something tells me what we're about to see is not going to be good. Oh, not a third, no way, oh. There is no way Robbie X is going to kick out of that, and this one's over. Connors and James win. That what we knew this was going to be something. I had no idea exactly what it was going to be, but there is no question and no doubt that it was one of the most uncomfortable things that we've had to watch in this series of British Wrestling Weekly. And I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again, but with even more vigour. Joseph Connors, the righteous Joseph Connors, may just be one of the most dangerous men in British wrestling today. A master manipulator, a master propagandist, and now, as it appears, a sadistic individual. What's going on in the mind and through the dark eyes of Joseph Connors? What is his grand plan? The great change that he keeps speaking about. I'm sure we're going to find out more in the coming weeks, but for right now, the real story is Robbie X, who took 3 DDTs, and you see here on our replay, that third DDT, bear in mind he'd already taken 2, and he lands straight on his head. And as a British wrestler, and someone involved in the industry for over 2 decades, I'm seriously concerned about the condition of X. As Liam Slater asking Dan what he's thinking, yeah, that ship sailed. And this story unravels.